Alright, what's up, guys? As usual, we'll give it a minute or two to get going. Sorry to anybody who's watching it afterwards, but you know how it is with live streams. And so many of you guys are saying you're not getting the notifications lately or on time. So, always takes a few minutes to get these things going. So, in any case, hope everybody is doing well. Anyone who's watching this during or after. So, yeah, like I was saying, if you just popped in, hey, Van, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Well, we have more likes than we do viewers. How does that work? Hey, Steve-O, what's going on, buddy? Happy weekend to you, too. Great to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Hope everybody's weekend is off to a good start. So, hey, Billy, what's up? And Paula, hello. Great to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hitting the like button already. Hope everybody's Friday night is going great, if it is still Friday night where you are. It's 7:04 p.m. in Las Vegas. So, thanks for being here. No, something I kind of want to tell you, but I'm not sure if I should. If it sounds like I'm a little off tonight. I don't know. Maybe we'll get into that in a little bit. Yeah, I hope everybody's weekend is off to a good start. Mine has been like, well, let's say at this point right now for the last, I don't know, few minutes anyway, mine has been uneventful. There's another generally busy day for me today, but not necessarily doing like any major tasks, just a bunch of little things, and it always wears me out, but you always have to do that sooner or later anyway. And there ought to be like something we can do about that, or like a service that just comes and is like, hey, I got a bunch of stupid crap that piled up again, I need you guys to come and take care of that for me. That'd probably cost a lot, though. I'm sure I couldn't afford that. Anyway, great to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the likes so far. Hey, Dustin. What's going on, buddy? Hey, John. Jay Beckman. Good to see you, my friend. I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys are faring well over on that side of town in this crazy summer we're having. But yeah, John, Jay Beckman, great to see you, my friend. Oh, the sciatica hasn't really been an issue. It's something else. This time, I pulled that other bike out of the box. Had a weird angle. I just pulled something or stretched something. Hey, Jay Stone, what's going on? Oh, really? Richard Simmons, that was sad to hear about too. I remember being a kid, like really young, and my mom would have the TV on, like doing that all that goofy shit to Richard Simmons. And yeah, so I kind of missed the guy myself. He was a part of my childhood. But hey, Jay Stone, what's going on, buddy? Great to see you guys tonight. Hope you're well. Hope everybody's weekend is off to a good start. And I suppose we got a thing or two to discuss tonight. Oh, I used to love that show. I used to watch that religiously back in the day. I'd have been about 9 years old, I think, when 9 or 10 years old when Alf first came on the air, and yeah, it's like, wow, this is a show that I can relate to. A little furry alien guy crashes in these people's garage, and hilarity ensues. How are you gonna beat that? They don't make them like that anymore. It's sad. We've been talking a lot about TV shows from that era lately, and God, I mean, TV was just so much better back then. I'm sorry, but I think that was like as good as it got. Like 80s and 90s TV, I think, and it just kind of started falling apart after that. But oh man, that was kind of like the ideal family, though, the Alf family. If you're gonna land somewhere, that was probably a pretty good spot. But I don't know. I miss that era of television. It was so, oh God, Married with Children, don't even get me started. Al Bundy was, and will forever be one of my all-time heroes. And I used to watch that show religiously. Like as a family, my dad and my brother and I would watch that show together because it appealed probably more to men, I would say, at the time anyway. But funny show. Oh, Webster. That was a hell of a show as well. Yeah. But no, there were a lot of TV shows back in those days that tended to kind of feature ideal circumstances. But I guess that's what people wanted to see, you know? And that was the escape from reality back then, seeing the perfect families and the ideal scenarios and stuff like that. I don't know, a lot of things have changed. With TV anyway, there's still some good stuff on. I'm glad that cable's free here. I wouldn't pay for it, but hey, Patriot, what's going on? Dustin, I don't know. Every time I pass by the Sci-Fi Channel, there's nothing really interesting on. At the time, I know there's good stuff on there, but when I'm flipping through, there's never anything that gets me to stop for any length of time. Let's see. Well, yeah, glad you're enjoying the laser. I love staring at this thing, but yeah, it was just a different time. You know, the 80s and 90s even. I think once we crossed into 2000, in my opinion, things started spilling downward. Yeah, Pepsi generation. Uh, I don't have cable on demand. It's just regular, you know. But it's good to have that because there's always something on. It's got the movie channels and stuff too. And I sure as hell wouldn't be paying for it. But if they want to give it to me, I'll watch the free cable, and I do. And there's a lot of stuff on. I've been catching up on my Gilligan's Island lately. They've been playing on the IFC, the Independent Films channel. They play a lot of good 80s shows, just like, you know, for like a day and a half, it seems like, the same show. And I saw all the episodes of Gilligan's Island again. I've seen all the episodes of Who's the Boss again recently. That's on there all the time. Sanford and Son. It's a little, you know, pre-80s, but still a fantastic show. I used to watch reruns when I was a kid in the 80s. Hey, Big Boys PV. I had a better day than I could have. Certainly. Big Boys PV. Hope you had a good day. Good to see you. I gotta switch arms with the phone. My arms are feeling heavy. Yeah, Lamont, you big dummy. That was a great show. Hey, Steve Rogers. Gilligan's Island. Oh, yeah. Oh, the A-Team. That was one of the highlights of my young life, was watching the A-Team. I kind of thought I would fall into some kind of life like that when I got older. And I was very disappointed when it didn't happen. Like, I thought I'd just be, like, together with a gang of my friends, just, like, solving problems in a cool van. And it didn't work out that way. Oh, wow. That's awesome that you got the toys. Oh, Happy Days, too. Hell yeah. That was another home run from back in the day. Yep. Hey, White Kim's down there. Hey. Oh, Dukes of Hazzard, yeah. I used to, like, around the time I started driving and with my first car, my friends and I would get in and out of the car the Dukes of Hazzard way for no reason at all. Like, if we pulled up to 7-Eleven or something, like, don't even think about opening the door because the window's down. So you pop your seatbelt off and climb out of the window like we're in the Dukes of Hazzard. And people respected that. Be like, I see what you're doing, Dukes of Hazzard way, respect. I think everybody did that. I think everybody that had, like, in a certain age bracket who had fun when they were young probably did that. I used to slide across the hood too. Probably shouldn't have. Got a little scuffed up, you might say. But, you know, you got to do some stupid things with your first car. Oh, GX, pretty much take your pick. Sorry, I didn't mean to clickbait you guys. But no, I woke up at like 3:30 in the morning today. Just eyes popped open, and it's like, oh shoot, I guess I'm awake. And TV was on, and they were talking about the like a worldwide internet outage, and planes are sitting at airports unable to go anywhere, and people are piling up, and all hell's breaking loose, more or less, just because somebody, you know, a couple of wrong keystrokes, I guess. But it's kind of scary that such a simple mistake uh, oh, body man, that's awesome. Uh, but yeah, GX. So that's one thing that kind of had me a little worried. Yeah, planes were just sitting on the ground, just sitting there. Nobody was coming or going for hours this morning. And that's scary. One of our local news guys was trying to get to a cruise in Miami and wound up having to come back here because he was going to miss his cruise anyway. So it's crazy. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that like as I understand it though, today it was just a simple mistake that somebody made, and it's crazy to think that such a simple mistake could basically shut things down, like air travel globally, and some bank systems and some other stuff. Some of our casinos, MGM casinos, Durango, the new Durango Station Casino, was down this morning. So it's crazy to think that just a simple mistake can just cause it all to shut down. And then we're just at the mercy of it. That wouldn't have happened in the 80s, you know, like when all these good TV shows we were talking about were on. I don't know, but yeah, it was a mess here. But it seems like it's all sorted out now, and wow, that's awesome. Bodywork, though, I respect that a lot. Steve Rogers. Oh, we were just talking about the like how everything just shut down today. Air travel, a bunch of banks couldn't operate. Some of the local casinos couldn't operate today. It was crazy, and it screwed up a lot of people's plans. I'm not going to go to Fremont today. I am going to go to Fremont tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you exactly when, but I could be I'm going to say hello to someone, and I'm not sure if they care to be featured. But yeah, I'll tell you about it during or afterwards, depending on how it goes. But could be, yeah. So I'll be on Fremont tomorrow at some time during the day. Not sure if I'm going to go live for the whole thing, but I'll check in with you guys at some point. So yeah, I'll save it for tomorrow. But yeah, let's see. Oh, Kit, yeah. I yeah. What was it? The super pursuit mode or something? Like in the later episodes when all the like parts of the car flared out and it'd go like 300 miles an hour. That was pretty awesome, Kit. And a car that talks, like how cool is that in the 80s? And it had, personality too. Which that's pretty good for a car, I think. Oh, Airwolf. There was really no point for that show as far as I can tell still to this day, but it was awesome. And I watched the hell out of that for sure. Just like I wish they'd give us all that stuff back now, if we had new shows like that, um, people wouldn't be as like pissed off and high strung as they are all the time lately. It seems like, you know, like it was just a different vibe entirely back then. Yeah, Steve Rogers, I get it, man. I used to do some working with my hands too. I was a Toyota technician for a little while in my younger days. Used to really enjoy working with my hands. Still enjoy working with my hands. But yeah, it's not as much of a thing as it used to be, that's for sure. GX, thanks for popping in, buddy. Hope you enjoy your evening. And thanks to everybody who could stop in. Thanks for all the likes so far. So, yeah, been a crazy day in a lot of ways, I guess. Today, but what are you gonna do? But so far tonight, it seems like we're reflecting on TV shows that we used to enjoy back in the day, and that's a positive thing to do, I suppose. Not yet, Lee. I should be able to. Um, Crank and Grind is one of the bike shops that well, it's one of the closer bike shops, actually. I should be able to take it to them. I would bet that they have the piece and could fix it, but there's also another one about that distance away, but kind of the other way. So, I'm going to probably try and talk to them. Most bike shops, I think, are closed still on Monday, so probably Tuesday, because it's like a riding day on Monday. I don't know. They might be open. So probably on Tuesday, I'm gonna call Crank and Grind or that other place, and just see if see. I'm sure either one of them could do it. And I don't expect it to cost a fortune. At least I hope not, anyway. And then that thing's gonna be good to go. And I can't wait. So yeah, that's really all it needs is a little headset work and a piece or two, like probably the spacer and maybe the top bearing. Uh-oh. I got fam in the house. Evil Scooter Kitty, hello, hello. We're reminiscing about the good old days and talking about e-bikes, talking about shows we used to love, TV shows we used to love to watch in the 80s. Uh-oh. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Never necessary, but always very appreciated. So yeah, we're talking about, it's been a crazy day today for anyone who had to use air travel and some other things, I guess. We were talking about how things like the A-Team and Airwolf. And did anyone watch Chips? Uh-oh, another one? Aw, thank you. Did I like Twister? The original Twister, the 1995 with Bill Paxton, what God rest his soul? Yes, I loved it. Twister was awesome. I want to see that new Twister movie. Honestly. Yeah, I loved it. That was a good time for movies too, like the mid 90s. There's a lot of good action movies coming out around then. It's just like none of it's got that kind of soul anymore, you know? It all seems kind of generic, in my opinion. I don't know. There's still some pretty good stuff that finds its way out once in a while, but so much of it is just, yeah, I was one when Star Wars came out. So, needless to say, my dad didn't take me to see it, but I was probably 4 or 5, couldn't have been much older than that when I saw Star Wars for the first time. Yeah, I believe that. Evil Scooter Kitty. I'm sure you would have. I probably would. I might have enjoyed it, I suppose. I might not have known what was going on. Yeah, thanks again, Evil Scooter Kitty, for the super chats. Never necessary, but always very much appreciated. What's the name of the Wednesday night bike ride group on Facebook? I don't know what it is on Facebook. I just happened upon them from living downtown and being out and about and having seen them a lot. But they meet. It's the best I can tell you is it's the Crank and Grind bike shop on Main Street, like downtown borderline Arts District. And we meet up there every Wednesday. The ride kicks off at 8 p.m. And I haven't been able to find an exact anything online about it, but every time that I've been and done it now, it's been 8 p.m. on Wednesday at the Crank and Grind bike shop on Main Street and Gas, I want to say, and there's the Great Greek restaurant there too. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Crank and Grind can probably get you more information on it. I've been meaning to look into that myself, actually. Let me see. Ah, shoot. The Evil Scooter Kitty, the baby stuff. I was a cute baby, wasn't I? I don't know what happened after that. But yeah, I was an alright looking baby, I guess. But then, things change. Fraggle Rock, yeah. Um, I do recall. The Heart Attack Grill, yes. I really want to eat there sometime. But you have to like sign a waiver and pay with cash. And I never have cash. And it makes me a little nervous that I'd have to sign a waiver. But and Dark Crystal, yeah. I remember that. Jay Stona. A lot of good things around that period in time. Fraggle Rock was like early to late 80s, like 1983-ish to 87 or 88, I want to say. Yeah, there's no shortage of good things to watch back then. No. Yeah, thank you. I was a good looking baby, though. Not going to deny that. And then, time said, okay, that's enough of that. Aw, shucks. Ah. Now, don't say that. I don't need a whole line of women showing up at my door. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I am currently single and enjoying it. So hence the one pillow. I don't know. So anyway, was anyone affected by that like outage today? Did anyone have to take a flight or anything anywhere? I know it wasn't a good situation for anyone who had to do that here. Gonna need to be more than, what is that? $1,000? Yeah, gonna have to be more than that. Did I eat today? More or less. Yeah, I shoved food down my throat. Well, foodish things. But anyway, thanks again, Evil Scooter Kitty, for the super chats. Another one. Uh, Unnecessary, but thank you. Oh, well, they're gonna make me wait until August 21st, but I'm sure I'll want to eat then too. So thank you. I appreciate that. But again, unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Well, it's nice that they do though, kinda, because then it's like I get a paycheck every month, you know? So it's a good thing. Like I said, I'm gonna need it then too, for sure. So thank you, and I appreciate it. So it's gonna be nice to have it then. Thank you again, though, Evil Scooter Kitty, and thank you for telling all of them what a cute baby I was. Which is, I'm sure, what all of them wanted to know about tonight. Thanks to everyone who's still here and sat through that. Uh, but anyway, I sure am grateful to anyone who's here hanging out, or anyone who's even just passing through and saying hello. Thanks for all the likes. Thank you again, Evil Scooter Kitty, for a pile of super chats. Never necessary, but always very much appreciated. Yeah, I don't know about that. I've still, been a motorcycle guy, I'm sure. I'd still like to be, we were talking about this. I'd still like to be a cruiser guy, a Harley type guy. I don't know if well, I don't have the money to shell out for a Harley, but I don't know that I would anyway. But um, I told you I was thinking about a Vulcan classic or custom, and you told me no. And I was saying I could, find a used one cheap, probably. Um, and you said, don't get one of those that friends of yours have had problems with them. And but what I'm saying is I'm fine with riding a cheap cruiser. I'd ride a Shadow too. I had a Shadow, but the Shadows comparatively I've found are usually about 1,000 or 2 more than a Vulcan with similar miles and stuff. Mine was a 750 and a little underwhelming in the power department, of course, but decent. I could, get on, do freeway speeds with it. It was a good bike though. The direct drive, like the shaft drive, that thing was pretty cool. And that was a really good bike, actually. That was an incredibly well-made bike. Honda knows what they're doing when it comes to motorcycles, that's for sure. Well, yeah, I've heard great things about the Silverwing scooter. I know that you had one up until recently. I love Honda scooters too. I've never ridden a Honda scooter that I didn't love. Ah, thank you, Big Boys PV, and I appreciate that. And it's been a lot of work involved. Yeah, I just, the first time we ever did it, the Wednesday night bike ride, we were out doing other things on a live stream, and then some of you in the chat were like, hey, just go do the ride with them. I was out on an electric scooter, and I just went for the ride, and nobody cared, and we've been going ever since. And so, yeah, just show up. There's people there on rollerblades, there's people on skateboards, it doesn't matter. I mean, there's a guy who ran alongside the bike ride for a while one time. Um, so as far as I can tell, they don't care at all. Like the bigger the better. Come out, join a huge pack of people out having a good time and have a good time. So yeah, I've never had to check in with anybody or do anything. Just showed up and started riding, and I've live streamed almost all the ones that we've done, and nobody seems to have a problem with that either. So yeah, staying hydrated, good advice. It's been super hot around here. There's more of that in the forecast, like 110 to 112 for the next few days. But that's better than, it was 120 degrees a couple of Sundays ago, and that's too hot. They sent what to me? What, a Silverwing or a Silverwing or a Bergman? Yeah. Yeah, I want one. If that's what you're referring to, I don't know. But, yeah, I haven't seen any lately. I guess they still make Bergmans. A Silverwing? Yeah, I'd like to have a Silverwing. There was a Reflex for sale a little while ago that was a pretty good deal. Oh, I'd love to have a bigger Honda scooter. Sure. I think Silverwing. I've always liked the bigger Honda scooters. It started with the Helix, right? That was a 250, and that thing was kind of low slung and like the Silverwing. So yeah, I have to get the endorsement because I'm not getting away on a scooter. My old motorcycle, I could just, no, I'm not gonna, probably shouldn't say that in a live stream, but they'd have had a hell of a time catching me. So yeah, but on a scooter, yeah, probably not as much. So yeah, there still is a Bergman. It costs a lot to get one out the door though, with all the extra fees. Well, if you can find a good Silverwing, a lot of people that are finding good ones now are just putting them away somewhere. That's going to happen a lot. A lot of people love those, and they only made so many, and the good ones are starting to get, stored away somewhere. Well, I wouldn't expect you to get me one. If you found one that's a really good deal or something around here or something, I'd be interested in seeing it anyway. Yeah, yeah, you can go to the Harley dealer and do the whole thing. And, for a lot of people, that's probably the best way to do it. Well, again, not necessary. If you found one that's a crazy good deal or something, or any scooter for that matter, uh, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for all the likes, guys. Thanks again, Evil Scooter Kitty, for the super chats. Let me check my notifications. How do I have so many notifications? I just cleared them out a while ago. How come I only get notified when I'm live streaming? Okay. All right. Still didn't get notified for that $1 million that I'm expecting. But one of these days, it's gonna be there, and I'll screenshot it or something. I'll be like, "See, told you." But we'll see. Oh yeah. No, I know the bigger Bergmans couldn't get the CVT thing sorted out. That's more of a Honda thing. When I was going to get the Ruckus, they had a Bergman 200. It was a 2020, I want to say, at Carter Power Sports, and it would have been about the same price as the Ruckus, but I guess it wasn't a fantastically popular scooter. It would have been maybe like $500 more out the door than the Ruckus. But anyway, yeah, so thanks again, everybody who's here. Thanks for all the likes. Thank you, Evil Scooter Kitty, for the super chats. So it's been an unusual day, and I hope anybody who's struggling with that or struggling with anything. Um, gets through it. I get the feeling that some people that are close to me are going through some stuff right now if they're watching. Out the door, and I was lucky to get it then because they were just starting to become scarce when I got mine. It was $4,034 out the door with all the taxes and fees and everything. Big Boys PEV. And the other place, Ride Now Power Sports, where I bought all my other two-wheeled stuff from, wanted to charge me like $4,700 and something out the door for like the different color combination ruckus, the one that I didn't even want. And then a few months after that, you could expect to pay over $5,000 to get one out the door because everybody was buying them. And now that's cooled off. I could probably get a ruckus now for what I got it for then. Yeah, stealerships. But there's something to be said for getting a new bike and just, keeping track of everything that gets done to it from day one. I intended to keep that ruckus forever, but, circumstances changed. So, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, there's always much more than you bargain for. If you're going to a power sports dealer, you're going to pay more than you thought. But shop around because you could pay a little bit more or a lot more, So I'm glad I went to Carter Power Sports and saved $700 and got the color combination that I wanted. So, anyway, thanks for the likes, guys. Thanks for hanging out on a Friday. I just wanted to spend a little time with you. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I get the feeling that some people that are close to me might be struggling with some things right now and just, push through. If you're watching this, if you're hearing me right now, just keep going. Things could be better for all of us, I'm sure, but I know things are worse for some of us right now. But keep going. And I know it's easier to say than to do sometimes, and I struggle with it myself. But, you're not going to get there if you don't keep taking steps. It's just, I don't know. So, sorry, somebody needed to hear that. Maybe they're watching right now. So, anyway. Yeah, exactly. Big Boys PV. Thank you. It's like, the only way to get there is to keep going. And sometimes it sucks. Sometimes you want to just throw in the towel and say, this is as far as I think I'm going to go. But you're not there yet. And, I found myself in that situation too, where it's just like, this sucks and I'm tired and I don't want to do it anymore. But there's always something to look forward to, whether you can see it or not. It's there, and you just got to believe it and keep going. Hey, Matt Ross, what's up, dude? Yeah. Well, you know as well as anyone, Evil Scooter Kitty. I've had my moments of being, unmotivated to say the least. But good to see you, Matt Ross. Yeah, keep going. And maybe one day you'll be as successful as Matt Ross. So, exactly, never give up. I don't know about that. But, we're all facing struggles in our lives of some sort. And, you know, life isn't going to be as much fun as we'd like it to be some days. But then other days, it will be. So, yeah, just think about the good days. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I didn't go out tonight. That and laziness. Um, but yeah, we've had some interesting weather this summer. Matt, you came and got the crash course in the extreme Las Vegas summer experience. Uh, yeah, no, I've seen a lot of those too. Every time that I try to go out and do DoorDash and Uber Eats is also, it seems to be the time that all the other like two-wheeled guys are out there doing it. So yeah, I'm seeing tons of Chinese scooters with delivery bags and backpacks and stuff every time I go out in the morning and try and do it. A lot more of them anyway. It's very costly to do it in a car around here. So I did it on a Honda Ruckus for a while, 50 cc's, and it was better that way than using a car for sure. Well, in terms of cost, especially. But I'm seeing a lot more of them lately too. The moped guys. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Thanks again, Evil Scooter Kitty, for the super chats and telling everyone what a cute baby I was. Sorry, you missed that, Matt Ross. But yeah, hope everybody's weekend is off to a good start. I'm tired. I've been going since about 3:30 in the morning. That's just when the eyelids popped open today. And I realized I didn't have any coffee and I was going to have to wait until 6 o'clock in the morning for the grocery store to open. And I go there and they don't even have the kind that I want. So I had to get like it's not bad actually, a different kind. But yeah, I don't know. Threw my whole day out of whack and I haven't been able to get right since. Yeah, thanks again for all the likes, guys, and taking the time. I'm going to look at the stats on YouTube. Flipping, oh, somebody subbed, I guess. This live isn't even going to register yet, I don't think. Oh, no, I guess it is. Oh, I forgot I used a thumbnail of a record that I had to sell. And it's like, it hurts. I hate selling records. But that one's gone. The one in the thumbnail. Oh, okay. Awesome. The Honda Ruckus videos. I really missed that thing. That was an awesome way to get around and do food delivery. As frustrating as it could be sometimes, I still think it was better to do it that way versus a car for the restaurant deliveries. I mean, obviously there's a lot of grocery and bigger items and stuff now for like Uber Eats and DoorDash and Grubhub and then all the Instacart and stuff. So there are advantages to using a car, but I enjoyed doing it the most, I think, on a Honda Ruckus, like a 50cc class vehicle is, in my opinion, the most fun way to do it. Yeah, I had to get started without it today, Big Boys PEV, at 3:30 in the morning. It's like, oh, I gotta wait a while. I could have gone to 7-Eleven. You don't really want to go to this 7-Eleven at 3:30ish, around there before the sun comes up. In the morning, it can be, not a wonderful experience. So let's see. I can't say that I have, Dustin. So sorry, I was staring at the laser again, trying to pay attention to what I'm doing, but it's been a long day. I just had some coffee a little while ago too. I figured there's no way I was going to be able to do a live stream without another a little bit of coffee at least, and it's just not going to make a difference today. My brain didn't fully activate today. Not that it maybe ever really does, but less than usual. So thanks to everyone who's been through the stream so far. 308 of you have tuned in thus far at some point or another. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so my numbers up at the top just changed a lot drastically. Like the viewers and likes went away and the super chats popped up. Thanks again, Evil Scooter Kitty, for the super chats, most appreciated. Thanks to everybody who hit the like button so far. Thanks to everybody who's hanging out. Shout out to the moderators and chatters and lurkers, even if you're just hiding quietly in the darkness. You're still appreciated here, so thank you. Shout out to the lurkers, as usual. I lurk in people's live streams because, I don't know, I'm not much of a chatter usually, especially if I'm watching on my phone. I hate trying to type out what I'm trying to say on my phone. Ugh. But yeah. Thanks again, everybody, for the likes. Thanks again, Evil Scooter Kitty, and any other super chatters. I don't think I missed anybody. I appreciate that. Looks like we might fall a little bit short of our goal of 92,000 likes tonight. I'm not trying to be Mr. Half Empty on you, but we're falling behind a little bit on the likes. So please do hit the like button if you haven't already. We're going for 92,000. We could probably get there. No, we're getting close. Hey, Miss A. Hello, hello. Thanks for being here and welcome. Hey. Yeah, going for 92,000. I think I think we could probably get there in one phone charge. Let's see how much battery I have left. Yeah, I got 77% battery left. I think if we ran it all the way out, we could probably hit 92,000. So yeah, hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. But welcome to everyone who just joined. Great to see you. As always, hope everybody's weekend is off to a wonderful start. It's always great to get to spend a little time with you. So, hope anybody didn't have to... Aloha to you too, my friend. Hope anybody didn't have to fly anywhere today. Because Matt Ross, if you were up early this morning, you probably saw or heard something about that and didn't see any planes taking off or landing. Because there weren't any. Everybody was waiting to go somewhere or get back from somewhere. So it's been a crazy day, most of the world, in some ways, I guess. So yeah, I hope nobody had to fly anywhere this morning. Ah, cool. Sebastian Bach. That's tomorrow. That's the one tomorrow, right? Yeah. I was thinking about that too. I am going to be on Fremont Street at some point in the day tomorrow. Maybe I see you there tomorrow night, Matt. I was thinking about that one, actually, though. Sebastian Bach. That'd probably be a good show to see. He lives here now, I think, like Summerlin area. But yeah, that should be a good one. Yeah, CrowdStrike. We were talking about earlier how just like one little goof just kind of threw the whole world out of whack. Yeah, and if you can qualify for the moped tag here, they wouldn't let me do it with the Honda Ruckus because it was a little over on horsepower. But usually with the Chinese mopeds, for instance, if you got one of those, something in the like 49cc, they'll let you put a moped tag on it, which is cheaper and you never have to renew it. And it makes it really affordable to do it that way, starting with 50cc. I don't know, it's not a bad way to go. I wouldn't mind having the option of doing it again myself around here. So, but I see a lot of them. I see a lot of the same guys still out there doing it. So they got to be getting something out of it, I guess. Like the moped guys. Yeah, we're still a little, thanks to everybody who hit the like button so far, but we're still a little, excuse me, we're still a little short of the goal of 92,000 likes. Just a little. But we're closing the gap. So thanks again, everybody who hit the like button. Very much appreciated. And thanks again for the super chats. And like everything that you guys do always, but Evil Scooter Kitty passed through and hooked up some super chats tonight, so thanks again. Let me check my notifications again. I have been getting notified a lot this evening. Yeah, still haven't received that $1 million that I'm expecting. That hasn't been any of the notifications during this live stream, unfortunately. Yeah, it is spread a little too thin. You're right about that, Big Boys PV. But if you have the range of a moped, a gas moped, but still the practicality and cost factor of a gas moped, that seems to be like one of the little areas where it still kind of works around here. I don't know. So nobody's killing it with DoorDash and Uber Eats around here, and that's probably never going to happen again. But if I still had my Honda Ruckus, I'd probably go out and do it once in a while. Take some of those longer DoorDash orders, some of which have good payouts, but they are considerable distances. But if you're only using 20 cents worth of gas in a moped, then it's not that big of a deal. You can always just buy more gas. So I'd do it that way. I wouldn't expect to make tons of money, but that's like, if you're gonna do it at all, that's probably one of the better ways these days. A little more utility than I have when I'm doing it on the electric scooters. Thanks again for all the likes, guys. We're closing the gap. We're getting there slowly but surely. Hope everybody's weekend is off to a fantastic start. I got to make a few extra bucks over the weekend so I can get that new bike straightened out. I don't expect it to cost very much. And then we'll have that thing out and about, hopefully for the Wednesday night bike ride. That's the goal anyway. I would love to debut the new Hachi Cheetah e-bike in the olive green color. They sent me the single battery version, but it's like the bare bones. It's super, like, all just business, and I can't wait to show you guys this new bike and do some riding on that. So we're gonna have that out there soon. Yeah, safety first for sure. Well, I just don't want to damage the bike. The fork, it's kind of clanging around in the headset right now. I can't get it tight enough without the spacer and possibly a new bearing. on the top, so I don't want to damage the bike, so we're going to get it fixed before we take it out and start terrorizing the streets of Las Vegas with it. But yeah, that's coming soon. It's sitting right behind me. So it could possibly be another week out on the Leopard Pro, but it might go out on the Cheetah. Fingers crossed, we'll see. If a bunch of people buy some stuff on eBay this weekend, I think it'd be fine. So fingers crossed. Hopefully everybody's in the spending mood this weekend, and I can pull out a few extra dollars and go to Crank and Grind and be like, hey, help me out with this thing, will ya? And I'll keep telling everybody how awesome your bike ride is and how you should go to the Crank and Grind bike shop because, they're awesome. I guess. I don't know. I've never had any work done by them, but people seem to like them. I've heard good things. And they seem to be generally responsible, at least for the bike ride. So I'm going to try to get it done there. The headset, it's a non-threaded headset assembly and stem and fork, and it seems to be missing a spacer. I can't get it tight enough to where it's not clanging around a little bit inside the head tube. So I need to take it to the Crank and Grind or somewhere. They likely have the piece for it, the spacer, and I'd like to have somebody just look at it and repack it. It may need the top bearing in the headset as well. So maybe as much as $20 worth of parts and then a little bit of labor, and that's like on the high end. So I can't imagine it costing more than 50 or 60 bucks to get this bike 100% tip top, and that's probably like the most it would take and cost. Very minimal, like 2 parts at the most, and then just a little tiny bit of work. So we'll see. I'd rather have somebody do it though, like repack the headset and just like give the bike, just look the bike over and make sure everything is tight and good and ready to go, and that I didn't miss anything. So I should be able to get that done hopefully before the Wednesday night bike ride. Again, fingers crossed that everybody's in a spending mood, like online spending mood. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, can't wait to ride that thing. It's going to be awesome. It looks so cool. I'm so tired of staring at it and not being able to ride it. But yeah, again, just very couple tiny things that it needs. And then it'll be 100%. Everything else, I've already checked it out. Seems to work great. Really awesome bike, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. And thanks again, Hachi e-bikes, or Hauki, however you say it. I've heard it both ways. The people in China call it Hachi, or at least the ones that I've spoken to about it. But they make awesome e-bikes. And we're going to go have a lot more fun with them. Thanks again to everyone who clicked on the links for that to go to the Hachi e-bikes website. When you use my links, even if you don't buy anything, if you just go and check it out, and you use the link, which I posted 2 live streams back, they still know that it's me that sent you there, and that goes a long way. And thanks a lot, guys, to everybody who went and checked them out. Some of you did. I could see the stats, the numbers going up. So, yeah. But anyway, thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for all the likes. Hope everybody's weekend is off to an excellent start. Hope everybody's going to have nice things to do this weekend. I got a couple of nice things to do this weekend. I can't tell you about it yet, necessarily, but I will afterwards. So, yeah. Anyway, did the chat cut out, or are you guys just being quiet now? Okay, looks like maybe you're just being quiet. I don't know. I'm all paranoid about it now. When you guys get quiet, I'm like, is the chat working? Because you know it's gone out a few times for me anyway, and I have to reset it, and you guys are like, why the hell isn't he responding to any of these chat comments? Yeah. What did I eat for dinner? Like a frozen dinner. I went shopping, like grocery shopping this morning, and they were on sale. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Cheap, decent food. I was thinking it'd be nice to go to a buffet again, though. I wonder what it costs. Like, I still have my South Point Players Club card, and it's that's like a buffet that a lot of locals go to, and it's not very expensive for the breakfast, especially like under 20 bucks, or it used to be anyway, with the Players Club card. And they have crazy options there, but it's all the way down at the South Point. But I'm about going nuts for a buffet again. And the only one within walking distance of here is a little pricey. It is very good, but it's a little more expensive than that, and not quite as many options as South Point. We're running out of buffet choices around here, guys, and that of course makes me sad, but I'd really love to get down to the South Point one of these days and have the breakfast buffet again, or any of the buffets really, any time of the day buffets. But I like breakfast at South Point, especially these days. So we're gonna have to do that one of these days. Find a way down to the South Point and get the buffet, because it's one of my favorites, and we haven't been there in a while. Haven't had a buffet since Halibut was here, and went with him and Matt Ross to Main Street, right down the road, and that was delightful. Man, I'm hungry again now, dang it. Thinking about food. I already pretty much ate my food today. Gotta spread it out. Can't just be grubbing all the time. I've noticed a lot of prices have gone down. Milk was a little cheaper than usual. Cereal's getting affordable again. I got ground beef the other day. It was on sale for $3.77 a pound. That's way cheaper than it's been in a long time, and it was good too. Um, so yeah, I've been scoring some deals lately. And the other day I bought a box of cereal for $2.29. Um, Dude, I like where this is going. I hope the pattern continues, because I'm not opposed to spending a little less money than I have been. It's about time things maybe started going in that direction. It's not huge progress yet, but I'll take, anything at this point. Hey, Dennis, what's going on? Yeah. Yeah, progress. That's a funny word these days, though. But yeah, I don't know. Good to see you anyway, Dennis, and everyone. If you're here, thanks for being here. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Thanks again, Evil Scooter Kitty, for super chats. Oh, Miss A, thank you. Miss A going after the Spirit Award again. And thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. Thank you, Miss A, for posting the wish list. I still got a long way to go on that wish list, but there's still time, so I'm optimistic at this point. And I'm only going to have to buy a drone once, and then we're going to get to keep using that on future projects. I'm only going to have to buy that Insta360 cam once, and we'll get to keep using that on projects. So, there's a couple of big things in there. There's going to be larger expenses before I go on these trips, but I only have to do that once, which is the good thing. And there's still time, so yeah. But thanks again, Miss A, for posting the wish list link. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, guys, let me know what you think of some of the items that I've selected in there for some upcoming projects on this channel. Long e-bike rides on the ones that are sitting behind me that Hachi e-bikes was kind enough to send. They're going to be the bike sponsor on said projects, and wouldn't be possible with them, but I still have to get I have to piece the rest of it together too, but there's time. So yeah, no, thank you, Miss A, definitely. And what you said, everybody who's had anything to do with anything, but just being here and hitting the like button, guys, goes a really long way. It's gotten us this far, actually, and I have you guys to thank for it. So it's because of you that we're facing, upcoming adventures like a 327-mile ride on an e-bike from downtown Las Vegas to the Santa Monica Pier. I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope you guys will enjoy that too when the time comes. But it's because of you that we're going to be able to do things like that. It's because of you guys hanging out and hitting the like button and doing what you do that all those other things are possible. So yeah, all of you for everything you do always. It means so much more than you'll ever know. So, yeah, sorry, staring at the laser again. I'm really enjoying this light still. Money well spent, as far as I can tell, to this point. I mean, how many, just in live streams, how many hours, dozens of hours at this point now, have been spent ultimately staring at this. And I still enjoy it very much. So I hope you guys will consider getting a wall laser projector light thingy of your own one of these days if you see any benefit to having one. I did. I've been looking at these things for a little while, and then when I was blessed with some gift cards by Aaron and Shaka Slots, it's like, you know what, we're gonna get one of these. And we did, and there it is, and I've been really enjoying it ever since. So thanks for always coming and staring at the wall laser with me, guys. So yeah, again, hope everybody's weekend is off to a great start, and hope everybody's got some enjoyable things to do this weekend. And, thanks again, everybody, for everything you always do. Even if you're just hanging out, even if you're just lurking, if you're one of the people watching right now, thanks for being here. We love the lurkers, and the chatters, and the moderators, and everybody who comes and spends a little time with us. What else was I going to say? I was going to tell you about something again today, something else that happened, and I can't remember now, and it's going to drive me nuts, and I hate it when that happens. And again, I just remembered the thumbnail that I used for this live stream, which is a record that I sold that I didn't want to. I'm selling off my record collection, what remains of it. I happened upon that picture on my phone, and I was like, you know what, we're going to use that. And shout out to whoever bought that record and is probably enjoying it right now. And I wish I had not have sold it to you, but I did. And it's too late now and whatever. So yeah, enjoy that record. If you're wondering what that thumbnail was, that's the deal. So yeah, what else? I cannot recall. But tomorrow, I shall be on Fremont Street at some point in the day. I know I've been asked about that tonight even. So I can't tell you when exactly. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to live stream the main thing that I'm going there to do. But I'll likely check in with you afterwards. At least, if I haven't during or before, or I don't know. We'll see. Watch for something tomorrow, probably. Maybe I would expect. But I can't tell you exactly what that is yet because I don't know. I just know what I'm supposed to go and do, and I don't know how that's going to play out yet. So, whatever time it winds up occurring, and whatever, I hope I get to see you then. Anyway, suppose we might leave it there for tonight, guys. But I sure do appreciate you taking the time and doing everything that you do. Miss A, posting links the way you always do. I appreciate that so much. Thanks again, Evil Scooter Kitty, if you're still watching. Thanks for the super chats. Thank you guys, all of you, for the likes. Thanks, moderators, for moderating, and chatters for chatting, and lurkers for lurking. Hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and I got some things. Thank you, Miss A, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Hope you have a great weekend, Miss A, and everybody else. So yeah, hope it's all good for you, guys, and take care of yourselves. And I will see you again throughout the weekend. Can't tell you exactly when, but I hope you can hang out for a while if you're available. So yeah, take care of yourselves, guys, and yeah, you too, Big Boys PV, and everyone. And I'll see you guys again soon.